name is Bjornar and this is Oyvind.
Yeah, hello!
I am from Vulture Industries, he is from Vulture Industries,
yes.
And he's even also from Sulphur.
And
you are watching the Impact Channel.
Our guests today are Bjornar and Oyvind from Vulture Industries, and Oyvind also plays in Sulphur. Welcome back to Budapest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How are you? How was Germany and the Czech Republic?
We are good. It was very nice. Czech Republic was a festival we played many times. This was their 10th anniversary, I think.
Yeah,
right?
And maybe our fourth or fifth time?
I think it was our fifth time there. So we know the festival well, and it's been very good every year, and this certainly didn't disappoint.
It is very, very good.
Yeah. And Germany was also good?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Like expected.
Yeah. It was not a festival, so you cannot expect maybe that many people.
Yeah.
And, but
we were still
show.
happy. Yeah, nice audience and a good atmosphere. So all good so far, and today we are looking forward to the Budapest audience again.
It's the third time with Vulture Industries, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first time here at this same very venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
Sulphur? You haven't played here with Sulphur?
No, this is our first.
Okay, great. I hope that it will be a good first time.
We also hope that.
So the tour was named The Tamara Falls. Am I right if I assume that it's because it's the ending of the Tower era and you will concentrate on the new album now?
That is absolutely correct. It will be the last tour where we play this much from the Tower album as now, and just after returning home we will start recording the next album. So the next tour will be the premiere tour of the upcoming album, which is currently named Øyvind's Underwear. It smells strange. No, it doesn't have a name yet.
And can we get a hint of what it will be like, what it will sound like?
It's in the working title.
Okay.
No,
it will be a continuance of the Tower, but things will change, and we will not make the same album again. So
yeah, it's a natural continuation of the path that we've been following and the way that we've been going with the Tower. And when it comes to like drastic changes, I don't think there's so many drastic changes, but maybe slightly more progressive, slightly more
maybe
hooks,
also
maybe
in the soundscape. I am visually it's gonna sound a bit different. Also.
Yeah, more open, I think.
Yeah.
More open arrangements.
Maybe more rock tone.
Yeah, a bit more rock tone, and also we will probably use a bit more varied vocals with involving the other band members more on both backing vocals that we've been doing a lot of lately, but also doing some lead vocals. We will see. If they fuck up, they won't be. No, it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Do you have a date, maybe?
For the release?
Yeah.
We have a wish date.
Yeah, we always set like dates, and we always spend a lot longer than we expected to do. So, but
it will come up next year.
Next year, definitely.
It's not easy.
I think around summer, but we will see.
That's great. That's a much shorter break than before, so we don't have to wait that long.
Yeah, it's a bit longer than between the other albums, but a bit less time in the studio. And before we're better prepared this time. More the arrangements are pretty set on everything.
Great. How's the creative process? Do you always work the same when you record the albums or when you create the music and the lyrics?
I think we pretty much have a formula. He does his stuff, I do my stuff, and we meet up, present the stuff to the other guys, and they have something to say about the songs. And now the last years we've been working. I've been doing some stuff at home, and he does some stuff in the studio. And sometimes we meet up to do stuff together, but we don't always have time to meet up.
We mostly make ideas separately and make like sketches from songs, and then we hook up after presenting the stuff to the other guys. Me and Øyvind sometimes hook up in the studio to iron off the details and finalize, or roughly finalize the arrangements at least, and then the final details come together in the studio. I think this has been the way that we've been working for at least the two last albums. The first album was a bit different because it was our first one, and some of the stuff were actually written in the rehearsal room at that time.
Yeah, we actually lived together back then. So
yeah.
We had a lot more time to do stuff together, and now it's different. We're getting older. Not much time.
He used to be my lover, but he was so jealous, so I said, fuck off.
Yeah, but at least the friendship is still there, so you can work together.
Yeah,
absolutely. We have our arguments, but we come to a solution at the end.
Great. So, what's your main source of inspiration?
You first.
Jack Daniels and cigarettes.
Mm.
No. It's a very difficult question to answer because inspiration can come at very odd times. I wish that I had like a strange gnome living in my basement that I could just go down and visit and he would give me inspiration and everything was easy. But it's more about getting into this mindset that you don't really know where it comes from. Movement can be inspiring. Just walking can actually trigger a creative process. But I think this is mainly for processing, but it's not the seed. Where does the seed come from? I don't know. It can come from watching some kind of performance, and it can be from reading a book, it can be from watching a movie, watching some series, life.
I would say I get my main inspirations by watching movies and TV shows and other music. I can see a movie or just watch TV on Sunday. I get an idea. It can be just a tiny bit of a detail in a movie that can trigger something. Then I have to run to my PC and record something. You have to do it when you come up with it. Otherwise, it's lost.
That's one of the good things with smartphones. You have the record function.
Yeah.
It's the only thing smart I can do with my phone.
Mainly, I get inspired by all kinds of music and movies and other people making music and arts.
Yes.
And when you wrote this, the music for Omens of Doom for Sulphur, I'm very curious what kind of music you listen to for this one in particular.
I listen to all kind of music, everything from metal to rock to even hip hop and
but you were deeply into polka and scorpions at that time.
I like scorpions, but also I listen a lot to the 70s progressive rock bands like old Genesis and Camel and Jethro Tull and all those bands. But, also I think I have a lot from the 90s black metal scene. because that was when I grew up. So a lot of bands from that time still is stuck in my mind. So maybe it's just telling me to write something like that. So I don't know. But the album was written in a long period of time, between maybe 2009 and 2005, I would say. So around 6 years. So I was a bit lazy, or maybe very lazy. But I listen to all kind of music. I don't have any. As long as it's good, I can like it.
Okay. So maybe it's just me, but when I listen to The Tower and Omens of Doom, I feel like I'm in the head or heart of the same person. So I can really hear that somebody behind the two, like it's the same person behind the two. So
yeah, that's not completely true, but it's very interlocked. I'm not in Sulphur, but I produced that album, and we are both in Vulture Industries.
And also, Bjornar did write most of The Tower.
yeah.
I didn't write that much music on The Tower, so.
But what I meant is I can at least clearly hear that you also influence each other.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We've been friends for a very long time, and we have not all the same musical references, but a lot of the same musical references. And I guess we are like, to some extent, the main counterparts to each other when it comes to songwriting.
Yeah, you can have the main core that we both like, and then you have this is what I really like and he doesn't like, and this is his part. So maybe that's the part that makes it two different bands.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing about Sulphur. So your latest album came out this year, but I heard that you are already writing new stuff.
Yeah, we started writing new stuff.
And
some songs.
any hint about it? What can we expect?
Yeah, I don't know myself yet. I don't know what it's gonna be, because I don't know if the songs that have been written now will be used on the next album, or maybe it will not. So I'm thinking maybe if I write like 5 or 6 songs, then you can start to see what's gonna happen. It's a bit too soon now, I think.
Okay. So you don't know yet whether they will go around the same theme, like the last one about doom and apocalyptic.
Yeah, but that is Thomas' thing, because he writes the lyrics and I write the music.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a separate thing that meets. So I always wanted Thomas to make a all Norwegian record, all songs in Norwegian. I asked him every time, maybe this can be all in Norwegian, but maybe the next will be.
Well, you usually have one song.
Yeah, we have one song in each. I want maybe all songs next album.
Yeah,
If it works with the music, we'll see.
Okay, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna have both guitars, drums and bass and vocals.
Yeah, it is.
So, a little bit back to Vulture Industries. Your gigs are quite intense and theatrical. How do you prepare for them? How do you get yourself into that kind of mood?
You put on shoes.
I take off my shoes.
And pants, shirt, jacket, find the tambourine.
We don't do that much. We just be ourselves and go on stage and it happens.
Yeah, it feels completely natural to me to do this on stage. Because when you're on stage, you're not there to be the nice guy next door or whatever. You are there to deliver a performance that is supposed to relate to the music and the message that you are conveying, and the total package. And with our music, this feels like the natural way to interlock
but
each other.
I also think that you made us more theatrical, because you are much more theatrical than all the guys.
Yeah, but
because you made us become more theatrical by being yourself. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because we become kind of more, okay, let's just play, and he's this crazy guy on stage. And
I used to do a bit of fucked up theater, so...
we get influenced by the things he do, I think. And we get more, we feel that we can maybe explore ourselves a bit more.
Great. And when you record, that's a completely different environment. And I heard you say that you consider Vulture Industries mostly as a live band. So when you record the songs, that must be very difficult because it's a different environment. How do you make it sound live?
Well, does our albums sound live? I'm not
No,
sure.
but I can see what you mean, but
Yeah.
I find that quite difficult to do in the studio. Because you're in the studio and you're playing the riffs and you're not on stage, and I don't try to get in the stage modus. I just try to play what the riff is, and also after you played it like 10 times, then it's okay. Try to be more relaxed, and it's not more than that. It's just try to not be too tense and just let go.
For me, it's when I do the vocals, I'm usually alone in the studio, so I can basically do whatever I want, and it's probably a good thing that it's not filmed.
I also like to be alone in the studio. I think that's
but that enables me to like completely get into the atmosphere of the song and try to some extent to, when I do the vocals, act the song and get into it instead of just trying to deliver this perfect vocal performance where everything is 100% in time or in pitch or whatever. That's not the point. The point is to get the atmosphere of the song, and also when it comes to mixing and getting things together, I somehow see it a bit as trying to paint an image instead of making something that sounds perfect.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important to make it sound alive. It's not a static product. It's not a machine.
It's
supposed to be an experience, not just something you listen to.
It's not laboratory made something. Okay, Bjornar, you have a project called Blackhole Generator, and the new album is coming out soon.
Yeah.
Could you please introduce this a little bit?
It's an old project that I started like 12 years ago or something, just before the first Vulture album was out, I think. Actually, it started with me just making some riff and recording my dog barking. But the riffs were a bit too cool and the dog was always fucking up the timing, so I kicked him out and made something else. Anyway, it's been going on for a long time, but since I've had so much to do with following up on Vulture Industries, it's kind of been on hold for quite a while, but the album was finally finished now, and it's me on vocals and bass and stuff, and Arve from Enslaved on guitars, and Gjermund from the Talk doing some leads, and it's basically, it sounds a bit like the second Vulture Industries album, but with more black metal in it, I guess.
It's more extreme.
It's more extreme, yeah. And it was something I wanted to do and to get out of my system, and now it's finalized, and I hope people can get something out of it, and maybe someday there will also be another album. We will see. So far, only one album and one mini.
And it's the 16th of November, isn't it? The release date.
18, I think. Yeah,
okay.
It's the Friday of that week at least.
All right.
But I actually have it here today
Yeah.
as the first place you can get it.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, got it from the printers a couple of days ago.